things come kind of full circle though, because one of my favorite games, more of my era, you ended up on a soundtrack of with the Champion song.
Yeah.
One of the most fire songs on any 2K soundtrack. I want to know the story behind that.
I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime. You little league with it. I'm Barry Bonds with mine. I beat the buzzer, baby. My stroke is hole in one. You see the checkered flag, finish line, here I come.
You're in Houston at this
I
point.
was in Houston.
Okay.
I went to the studio, and I was like, "Yo, I need a championship. I gotta become a champion. I'm really talented, and whatever the case may be." So we coming up with records, and I was in the studio with my boy Briss and my boy Sly. They was producing records for Dre, and then Hayes was writing records sometimes for the whole Aftermath team. So we was in the studio together, and we wrote Champion. And Hayes was like, "Moment of silence for the champions." We was all up in there. So we said, "Yeah, this is it.
Right.
We gonna drop it whenever we win a championship."
Oh, wow. So you had it already made.
Yeah, we had it made in 2009.
I think that the story that I always picture in my mind is that you win the championship with the Lakers, then you immediately go to the booth, you write something, but it was already made a year before.
We made that in June. We made that in June. And it was so cool because when we won it, and when they was interviewing me, I'm like, that's why I'm like, "Oh, wow, I got a record called Champions." I was like, "Yeah, I got a record called Champions." And it wasn't on iTunes.
It wasn't there yet.
No, I was like, "Oh, wow, but it's not out yet."
Right.
Give us like 7 days.
What about part 2? I heard rumors about a part 2.
Yeah, part 2 was dope, yo. So part 2, so we win the championship. You know, I do the podium stuff. I still have my uniform on. I go out to the club, and then party a little bit. And then I go to the studio, to Dre's studio, Aftermath studio. I was going there for quite some time, and then then literally we just partying. I'm there. Chris Brown was up in there. I gave Chris Brown the jersey.
Right.
I signed it for him. Cause he said, "I gotta get that." I said, "All right, if anybody gonna get this jersey, it's gonna be you."
Right.
I felt honored, right? Take it off, sign it, give it to him. And I still got my warm-ups on. And then we just in the studio vibing, like we smoking, we having a good time. Snoop might have even been there. I swear Snoop was in there. I can't remember.
Man, it's crazy.
And then so he's blowing it down, all that stuff. And then it's these moments where people just be in the room and we just be vibing, like people are like, "Damn, I'm with a champion." Or Ron Artest won a championship. I'm like, "God damn, Dre right here." We just chilling. So I say, "Yo, I got that record Champion too." So I play Champion, they hear it. So, "Oh, this is pretty dope." He said, "But I would do it like this." So in my mind, I'm like, "Are you serious right now?"
Dr. Dre on the
So
track.
we working on a beat with his producers, like the same producers, and my boy Smitty was writing it. And so I'm like, "I want to do this right now." They said, "Right now." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy," right? So the beat's done. We write the verse, and then Dre come in and produce the verse. So I go behind the booth, and I'm literally, and it was just such an experience because Dre was literally had me focus on one syllable. One syllable for like maybe 10 minutes.
Wow.
Sometimes I would get a verse, sometimes I would get a bar, and it'd be cool. But for the most part, Dre was like, "Not say it like this, like this, like this,
Right.
like this."
He's just a master of his craft.
Yes, man. But I remember then it was like, so the popper right here, Dre over there, and the popper right there, I'm falling asleep. 'Cause it's like 4 a.m, maybe 5 a.m. And at this point, I'm just like, I don't want to tell Dre that I'm really tired. So I'm just like, I'll say a bar, right? Then Dre will listen to it back, and while he's listening to it, I'm like, just eyes closed. He said, "Okay, Ron, I go, yeah." And then so we did one verse, and I was supposed to come back to finish it, but I don't know. I felt like I had a good time. I was like, job done. I recorded with Dre.
It was more about the experience more than the product.
It was just weird. I was like, I wanted to go back and finish the record. I wanted to go back and finish the record, but I was like, it was a little bit. I was in awe. I'm not gonna lie. I was in awe because I always wanted to be a rapper.
Right.
And then when this happened, I was like, "This is crazy." I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't even think straight. So I never went back to finish the record. But Dre's just a great guy.
Right.
Great guy.